Good morning, Scott here, known as Cantaloupe to some online, and I'm bringing another video to you on a subject that's interesting to me. It might be of interest to you or someone you know, and that is imagination. The role of imagination and the scarcity of it in recent times, if you know what I'm talking about. What is imagination and how is it useful? I mean, maybe some of this is obvious, but I hope to highlight a few points that aren't obvious. So imagination is, I think it's an evolutionary product. It's something that comes from a need, a biological and environmental need to problem solve imaginatively. That is, to hypothesize and think of solutions mentally before doing something, right? There's obvious benefits to thinking things through before acting on them, planning hypothetically, so to speak. So imagination comes in with, the ability to visualize a world or a situation where something could happen and play it through in various ways to decide which way should be done and to act on that as a plan, right? So unfortunately, imagination is discouraged nowadays. We have a lot of contrary wisdom, such as curiosity kills the cat and so on. And I mean, maybe curiosity isn't directly the same thing as imagination, but they're connected in a big way. And if you ask me, imagination is about not having to suffer unduly or unproductively. I think that imagination and being born with a healthy imagination saves you from having to get those hard knocks that typically teach people things. You can learn about them not just by hearing from other people, but by imagining consequences. And there's kind of a hazard. There's a hazard of reading into things and, being overly imaginative in a bad way, where you might become fearful or timid of situations for fear of what could happen. But enter courage, right? Enter bravery and courage, where if you have a healthy imagination and you're able to see the possibilities, however remote they are, and still be courageous enough to decide resolutely to act, then you're what we call successful many times. If you're imaginative, you don't necessarily have to experience all those hard knocks. That's what it's for. Imagination is so that you can learn without experiencing things necessarily. But I digress. This is a shorter video. I hope everybody has a great day, an imaginative day. And like anything, if you practice, last thing I'll say is if you practice your imagination, that is, do some creative writing or artwork, it helps grow like a muscle. It gets stronger and you get better at it with practice. So reach out with questions or comments to whitehotrobot@gmail.com. Thank you.